Welcome to Jesús Manuel Mena Garza Photography, Video and Audio. Today I'm going to be talking about photography product and video product reviews. Be they cameras, be they lenses, be they lighting, be they tripods, be they media, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to be talking about photography and video reviews. I'm going to be doing a few more in the coming months and years. And of course, I've done many in the past. A lot of folks make a living doing reviews. They get camera equipment, they review it, and they return it. Sometimes they get to keep it, which is very nice. And they're what you call influencers. My number one bit of advice, and you can turn off this video after I give you this one bit of advice if you want. Number one bit of advice is to, if you're going to buy something and doing some research on the old YouTube, is to look at one person, look at two persons, look at three persons, look at a group of people talking about that product before you make a decision. Don't depend on one individual to make a decision on a purchase. Just saying. A lot of individuals on the old YouTube are not even remotely good photographers. I was watching this guy with several 100,000 views in the last few months of a piece of camera equipment. He's an influencer, and his face was a little bit green and out of focus, and the photographs he was taking were not even remotely interesting. Those puddles were not exciting or of interest. There's a lot of individuals out there who shoot charts. Charts out there. These charts, they say on the corners it's a little fuzzy, in the center it's good, but it could be a little bit better. And all these issues of chromatic aberration, coma, etc., 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 etc. So I just wanted to inform you that 99% of the professional photographers out there don't give a shit about that stuff. They don't care. They don't care at all. Period. If you talk to Ansel Adams, Ed Weston, Imogen Cunningham, Richard Avedon, Hiroshi Sugimoto, they care about quality of the product they're presenting, the print, the photograph they're capturing, and stuff like that. They want that detail. They want that information to be captured by that 8x10 camera, Hasselblad or whatever kind of camera they're using, 4x5. They want that information to be captured, honestly. Do they want to make it a little bit green or a little bit orange or a little fuzzy? No, they just want to capture it honestly. They're essentially documentary landscape photographers, okay? Richard Avedon has a series over here at the Amon Carter Museum here in Fort Worth. It was funded by the Amon Carter. And it was out in the West. I think it's out in the West. It's a series of photographs, portraits he took of workers in various locations in the West. Richard Avedon, before this, was super, super, super famous. He was probably the absolute pinnacle of fashion photography. High fashion, not low fashion. High fashion photography in New York City. So he's an amazing photographer, aesthetically and technically. So he went out and did this project for the Amon Carter, and he captured all these portraits. In these portraits, you see parts of the image fuzzy, other parts sharp. It's called selective focus. And when people take a photograph, you want people to look at a certain part of the photograph. You don't want them to look over there in that corner and say, hey, look at that corner. No, they want to look at the center typically, and you want people to be engaged by that photograph for several reasons: technical reasons, aesthetic reasons, and issues of actual viewership. People have issues with viewership. They want to see a certain thing in a photograph or a piece of art. So I just wanted to talk to you about when I do a review. I'm planning to do more reviews in the future. If I'm sent that camera, if I'm sent that lens to review, I'm going to go out in the community and photograph something I find interesting, something I like. And then hopefully you like it. I only can be honest to myself. I can imagine what you want, but I know what I like. So when I photograph the decaying infrastructure, those cowboy boots in a row in a shop, or that person walking down the street just looking like that, etc., or that landscape, that beautiful Western landscape, I find that interesting, and I hope you find it interesting. And when I do a review, I'm going to be talking about the quality of that capture, of that image, that photograph, and I'm going to be editing it in Photoshop and showing, hey, this is how it looks, that photograph in Photoshop. Or this, how it looks in that video that I just captured using that camera, that lens, that equipment in DaVinci Resolve and share it with you. Okay, that's what I do. I'm not going to be shooting any charts. I'm not going to be shooting a puddle just across the street from my house and calling it good. Just saying. I'm going to actually go out in one of these Western communities, probably, and when I go to California, in one of those California communities. So that's the choices I make. I'm going to be going out. I'm going to be going somewhere. I'm not going to be in Calgary and shooting only Calgary, Canada. I'm not just going to be doing that. I'm not in LA and only shooting the beach every time I go to that same old beach, okay? I'm going to be going somewhere different. There are different shops, there are different buildings, there are different landscapes to be photographed and to be enjoyed. And I'm going to do it incredibly subjectively and try to detail it and show this is the quality of the equipment. It worked for me, and hopefully it'll work for you in a similar situation. I've been a wedding photographer. I know that a wedding photographer does not require you to be the super sharpest lens. It just means what they want is to capture the action, the love, the compassion, the familial atmosphere, the friends, having a great time. That's what they want. Do they care what's in the corner of the image? No, they just want to capture the smile of the bride, the groom, the in-laws, the family and friends. Okay, that's what they want to see. They don't want to see it. They're not going in the corner and going, oh my God, look at that. That table sitting over there is out of focus. That's horrible. This has been Jesús Manuel Mena Garza talking about my future camera and photography reviews. I've done many over the past 5-10 years. Tripods, lenses, cameras, systems, lights, etc., etc. Hope to do some more. I'm very excited. Again, I'm very subjective. I'm not going to kowtow to that company and say, OMG, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Almost any piece of equipment, if you gave it to Ansel Adams, Avedon, Hiroshi Sugimoto, Diane Arbus, they would take some amazing, amazing photographs. Better than me and you. Just saying. Okay, just saying. Typically. Thanks for watching my video. This has been Jesús Manuel Mena Garza. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Again, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much. And if you have the time, and only if you have the time, leave your kind and friendly comments below. Tell me what camera equipment that you use, what kind of video equipment you use, what lights, tripods, etc. that you use, and that you find fantastic. If you have the time, check out the description here. I'll leave some links to some of my other stuff that I've produced, some of my photographs, etc., etc. And also a link to my Vitae and, my bio. It's available by going to my website, jmmgarza.com. Use your camera and scan the QR code in one of these corners. I always get confused which corner it is. Just scan it, and it'll take you directly to my website. You are welcome. It'll also talk about my various exhibitions and, lectures and stuff that I've done over the years. I've been very fortunate to exhibit my work in Europe, on the East Coast, West Coast, Mexico, in museums and galleries. Even some of my work is in the collection of the Smithsonian. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. From Fort Worth, Texas, this has been Jesús Manuel Mena Garza. Looking forward to doing some camera reviews. I'm not what I call an influencer. I don't have 5 million followers. I don't have that kind of, hustle. When I get a piece of equipment, I go, oh my God, that's the best thing since sliced bread. You buy this, your photographer is going to go up, go to the moon. It's going to be fantastic. No. If you're a good photographer, you can use mediocre equipment and take some great photographs. Just saying. From Fort Worth, Texas, don't forget to ring the bell for future notifications. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye.